Here's one interesting story. How my files were saved by Linux Mint. Alright, here's the story. So right here I have my coworker's PC and it started acting strangely recently, and I wanted to investigate. And first I thought it was just Windows 10 doing its own thing, acting buggy, just as it has been acting recently. So I thought there was no problem. But a bit later, one hard disk drive didn't want to load files and wasn't accessible. So I had to restart it and have a look at it. And then it didn't want to show up in BIOS as well at all. No showing up. So I started swapping cables. I swapped power SATA cable. I swapped SATA data cable, and still nothing. And it was slowing down the whole Windows system, and it was clicking, the famous click of death for hard drives. And then I was like, okay, well, I guess hard drive is dead. And actually, here's one interesting information. I've been using PCs for like 14 or 15 years, and I actually never had a hardware component fail on me. I was lucky, I guess, or I was taking good care of my components. Anyway, I thought that the time came for my turn, and I thought that here's my first PC hardware component fail on me. And then I thought, okay, files are gone. Luckily, it was the oldest hard drive that I currently have, Western Digital Black 500 gigabytes version, and it was well past its warranty period, which was like 5 years for Black series, yes. And as I said, this hard drive is already like 8.5 or 9 years old. So I thought, well, expected. So I've decided to try to back data up. So I remember that whenever I would have a problem with hard drives or partitions or anything related to file system, I would load virtually Linux Mint, and I grabbed my USB stick, 8 gig USB stick, downloaded one of the Linux Mint versions. I found the Linux Mint Cinnamon version and did the live boot, and it was the time to give it a try. and and it was really hilarious to me because there were all the symptoms. So Windows 10 system was slowing down due to hard disk trying to load up sectors. Hard drive didn't even show up in BIOS even after swapping cables, so it was dead. And I had little to no hope for files or the hard drive itself. And when I opened the hard drive in Linux, the files were there. It was just accessible, just like that. And well, I really busted out laughing out loud, literally, because as I said, there were all the symptoms. The hard drive was dead. It was pronounced dead. And the files were there, the files were accessible. Not all, there were bad sectors. And I started backing data up to other hard drive, and it took some time, but it worked. And yeah, pretty much like 95% of the data or even more was salvaged. And then I did formatting inside Linux Mint. And then after that, just in case to be sure, after loading Windows 10 back, it wasn't a fresh installation, just going back to the normal pre-existing Windows 10 installation. So I formatted the hard drive again, just to be sure, did full formatting, no fast or quick formatting. And the current status of the hard drive is it seems to be healthy, it seems to be working. HD Sentinel shows no bad sectors, everything working. But anyway, I was thinking that I'm done with hard drives, not just because of this case. I was thinking about this even before. SSDs are cheaper. I mean, currently they are starting to be like pricier, but once these prices settle down, I'm looking after buying some more SSDs and making my files as safe as possible. I'm also using cloud backup solutions. So yeah, I think that I'm done with hard drives, and long-term SSDs are much more efficient solution. And yeah, current status of hard drive is that it is healthy, files are there and healthy. And current status of my fortune with hardware is that I still don't have any PC part die on me, which is good, and I'm not expecting any anytime soon. And yeah, I wanted to share this spontaneous funny story of how my files were once again saved by Mr. Linux Mint. And my advice would be to always keep USB stick of Linux Mint just for cases like this. And yeah, I think that's all for this short video. And yeah, see you in the next video where I'll be talking about more hardware topics. And yeah, that's it. Like, share, subscribe, or dislike. And yeah, happy Victory Day. Bye bye.